What's up, guys? It's Paladin Null. Oh, sorry, started the stream off with a little bit of a scratchy voice. And I've decided to start a little bit later than normal today. Mainly because I woke up a little bit late, I wasn't feeling great, but also nobody really comes to the stream before 8 o'clock anyway. 9 times out of 10, it's just me alone for the first half hour, so I figured I could take that and be constructive with that time. And instead of doing the first half hour in essentially total silence, I could instead play the game or get everything loaded up, eat some breakfast so I'm not starving throughout the day, and then later on just stream a little bit later than I would normally. I'm still planning on going for the full hour. It's just we'll end at noon now, or 4 hours. We'll just end at noon now instead of 11:30 or so. So that should make everything work out. Another difference, a couple of things that I've done. I added in a couple of mods that I really like, or that I've seen that fix a problem that I've had. I added in soul magic, which just fixes soul gems so that, like, this grand soul gem here that has a common soul in it, I can technically keep adding souls to it until it fills up and becomes a full-on grand soul. And the value of that soul gem will change depending on how many, depending on the level of soul in it. The other thing that I've changed was that originally Grand Soul Gems would only do 1,600 points of soul points. Now Grand Soul Gems have a max out of 3,000, and that's true down the line. Basically, different levels of souls now have, like this one that has a common soul in it still has 1,500. So part of what that is it'll make it easier to recharge magic items, because before it took a prohibitive number of soul gems to keep your magic items filled. And now, with that, not only can I make sure that my soul gems fill up properly, so that I basically have the max soul per soul gem, I can now, after doing all that, I can now also enchant things to a higher soul level. And so what that means for me specifically, there were a couple of other mods that could have done some crazy things, like adding multiple enchantments onto a piece of armor. So, like, I could have light and something else, which you can't normally do in Oblivion. And I figured I probably didn't need that per se. But what I do want to do is, I don't actually want to go here yet. I want to go to the Imperial Market. And I want to buy a dagger. I want to buy the most decent dagger they have, but it's important that it's specifically a dagger or another, like, fast swinging weapon. It needs to be the fastest swinging weapon they have available, and daggers typically are. Because I figured out that the way that we had the spells set up before, the way that we had everything set up how it was not going to work. Having the attack and the weakness on the same spell does not actually work. What we do need to do is we need to enchant a Daedric dagger is probably going to be my best bet here. Elite Elven dagger is a little bit nicer, actually. And value has no sway on what I choose here. I don't want to choose anything like an iron dagger just because I don't think it'll actually, like, last. So we'll go with the Elite Elven dagger.
Thank.
Alright.
Take care.
So we got our Elven dagger. We take that to the Imperial, to the Arcane University. And we're going to enchant it.
Speak.
Greetings, guildmate.
So we need to head over here to the Chironasium, which I believe is the enchanting one.
Well met.
Yes, it is. Okay. Then we're going to put our Elite Elven dagger in here. We're going to add a Grand Soul Gem, which now has a charge of 3,000 instead of a charge of 1,600. We're going to throw Weakness to Shock, maxed out for... we're going to do 5 seconds. We'll do 4 seconds. And this is going to be... We're going to name this the... We're gonna name this Shock. And we're going to go create a spell.
What can I do for you, Archmage?
We're gonna go create a spell. So first off, let's go ahead and equip Shock. Oop, there's Shock. We want Shock equipped, and then we're going to make a spell called Awe. Oh, thank you for following, Tanjo. My marketer, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram. Okay, so nope. Let me go ahead and save so I can Alt-Tab and let's see here. Just click on your name, and we're gonna go ahead and ban you. There is no promotion on my stream without proper I don't mind if people promote stuff on my stream if they do so in a manner that is not just directly like, hey, go look at my shit.
Hello,
Like, be a part of the community, and I have no problem with you talking about your stuff. But if the first thing you jump into is, hi, I'm here to, do my shit, no thank you. And now we want to make a shock damage spell that is magnitude 100 for 4 seconds. We'll do 3 seconds. That's touch. Add effect. We're going to name this Awe. Create. So now I have a magical spell named Awe. So I've got Shock and Awe.
Hello, guild.
And how this should work together. How this should work together is that when I go fight something, which I can do so by just, let's see here, where have I not cleared out an Oblivion Gate? I haven't cleared the Oblivion Gate near Skingrad. I should be able to just walk up to this gate, this Oblivion Gate here, and activate Shock and Awe, and it'll just, I'll stab somebody with Shock, and then I'll touch them with Awe, and they should die instantly, and it doesn't use up a shit ton of my magic. So let's see how well that works. There should be an Oblivion Gate around here somewhere. Did Skingrad not get hit by an Oblivion Gate? Or is it like, oh yeah, no, it's over here by the castle. I should really go ahead and make Awe my one spell. Okay, so here we go. Let's give it a shot. So normally Awe will not kill this guy. Shouldn't, because it only deals 300 shock damage. But if I were to hit him first and then cast Awe, okay, well, it's got to work first. But the cost is much lower than originally. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see there, suddenly this spell is significantly stronger because I just smack him with a dagger first, then cast Awe. So the spell didn't go through that time, or did it just... Okay, yeah. I gotta make sure the weakness catches first, and for Zavali that can be difficult because they like to block my abilities. So as soon as the weakness goes through, I can just smack them again, and then they die instantly. And it doesn't cost nearly as much magic as the as my old 600 damage spells did, but it's the exact same amount of damage. It's just handled in a slightly different way. So let's see here. Let's see if we can't get into a fight with somebody else now. There we go. He absorbed the first one, but because I had plenty of magic to cast a second one, the Zavali went down. So, functionally speaking, I'm only limited by the number of attacks that Shock can do, which is slightly over 200. So, theoretically, I should be able to kill about 200 people before I have to refill Shock. Now, this strategy works only right now for my lightning spells, but I wonder if I could develop a version of this dagger that does all weaknesses, because this Storm Atronach here is not going to go down to awe, but he will go down. I mean, he'll go down to permafrost. So I should probably put permafrost on an ability somewhere. Oh, 4 doesn't have an ability. Cool. So every now and again, I will need to use big magic. Right now, but the hopeful idea is that most enemies I come across, I can just shock and awe. That's the goal. Through. I want to find it. I want to find an enemy so that I can try out shock and awe. And dead. Yes, it works. Oh, that's very satisfying to me. Ah, that feels good. That feels really good. Because it's now, like, ludicrously simple for me to get rid of most enemies in the game. Because I don't think there's a single enemy in the game that has over 600 health. Except for maybe Mehrunes Dagon. But the hopeful idea is that I can just stab and go. Stab and go. Oh, he knocked me over, but he's dead. Whoops. That was a Dremora Claymore, which are utterly useless. I don't need any magic. Bitch. And I'm the ultimate spell sword now. Because I got a sword that makes enemies weak to my spells. And so I can eventually, hopefully, make a version of Shock, which this was just a test to see how it would work. I can hopefully maybe make a version that can, that will hopefully absorb both effects. Yeah. The only real problem is that if I don't hit him with the, I need to basically do it back to back, so I need to go bam, bam, and that kills. Otherwise, Shock doesn't deal enough damage on its own to do anything, and if I can't get, and awe doesn't last long enough, or the electric effect of Shock does not last long enough against them to actually, like, make it a permanent effect. Now, once again, Storm Atronach, I'll just need to use Chill Out on, but everything else will die to Shock and Awe. And honestly, because of its provisional situation, I may not even make a multi-elemental version of this. I might just use Shock and Awe and then have the provisional Permafrost if I need it. So this shrine isn't turned on at all. Okay, so that's my setup. Against melee enemies that might be able to stagger me, I need to block, stagger them, then hit them, and then shock and awe. Okay, so I need to deactivate these locks, and that, I guess, does something. I guess I was supposed to climb this tower first so that I could go through and climb another tower in a second.
Oh!
A lot of these, Okay, yeah. I guess I probably could have gotten across to that one as well. There's no indication of which one of these is the actual Sigil Tower, though. So I guess I gotta check out all three. But that's fine, because everything's trivial now. Let's see here, gotta get magic back. Okay. So turn that lock as well. Okay, I see what I've done. So now we've connected these towers over there. So I just need to go down this tower a little bit and get to the point where I can exit out to the Wastes of Oblivion. Yeah, the only real problem is that the Zavali can block your shots, which is just really annoying to have happen. All in all, though, I'm happy with it. My biggest issue right now is simply missing shots. And then dudes like this who can just fucking stun lock me. Because it is a 1-2 punch now instead of it just being me walking up and hitting somebody. Which had its appeal because you just hit them once and they were like instantly dead, which was really cool. But not being able to do more than one of those at a time is a bit of a problem. I remember when healing magic used to cost me a lot of magicka. Nowadays, I can basically just heal for as much as I want whenever I want. Yeah, that's just really effective. I love it. So it's not perfect. Does not perfectly instantly kill every time. But it does a pretty good job. And worst case scenario, I just cast it twice, and it's basically what I'm looking for. Like, it's not much of an issue to get it cast twice. Which means I really don't need to be carrying Dawnfang or most of these other things around with me anymore. Wait, no, I wasn't carrying Dawnfang. I don't need to be carrying the Grand Staff or this Mace of Dead Weight. Or the Staff of Frost. Umbra doesn't weigh anything, so that's fine. Flashlight is probably never going to get used again. Same with night vision goggles. I might use those, I don't know. I'll hang on to the chameleon rings because they're chameleon rings, but in general, most of what I've got here is going to be what I use. I do need to see about getting upgrades to my armor now that enchantments, now that soul points are higher. I need to see if I can't find some more 0 weight or next to 0 weight armor, so that I can increase my carrying capacity again, or not increase my, but increase my my overall damage output. All of these enemies have some way to absorb magic or something. There we go. See, if they can't absorb my magic, then they go down just fine. It's when they feel the audacity to actually block my kill skills. Alright, well, I didn't see the entrance there, so I'm just gonna... Go. I'll still do this how they expect me to do it. And then this one will be the actual, yep, the actual Citadel. And I still did it the way they wanted me to, mostly. I just didn't find the exit the way that they wanted me to. Oh, he hit me with a... Well, I think he'll technically survive that for one shot, but then I got him. I think some of those guys might have some innate, like, I think these guys right here have innate resistance to it. Oh, he disarmed me. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, I'm now a journeyman in heavy armor. They're really mounting a defense against me now. Okay. Well, all of that was very fun, but it's time for me to go. Let's see here. What were those? I've gotten a couple of Sigil Stones now. How do they stack up? Absorb magic at 50 points on strike. That's pretty cool. Or fortify magic at 50 points. That's also really cool. Feather or burden. Demoralize or fortify willpower. Frost damage or frost shield. Absorb agility or fortify agility. The Fortify Magicka would be really nice if I were going down that road. I suppose what I could do is I could focus my, because let's see here. I'm currently getting Magicka from, as far as armor goes, I'm getting it from the Diadem. I'm getting it from the Necromancer's Amulet, which is giving a lot. And I'm getting it from... I think those are the only two major sources that I'm getting it from right now. So if I could upgrade the rest of my armor to be more shielding, via, you know, stones. Hey, Scuba Steve, welcome out to the stream. If I could upgrade my, the rest of my armor to be... If I could upgrade the enchantments on some of my armor to give them better strength... Oh, hey! All of the horses and a duck, yes! That is a very good use of your subscriber message. I don't even remember when that started.
You have my...
I think I realized one day that the Steam gift message had enough space, and I would just typed out horse a bunch, but it couldn't fit all of the horses. So then I just realized that duck was one less, and so I just made one of the horses a duck. And there it is. Horse, 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 duck, horse. Tom, like, you gifted me a game on Steam. Yeah, the Steam gift message is like just one... It's one character shy of like 35 horses. So it's 34 horses and a duck. Or something similar to that. I can't remember the exact number. But yeah, it's just one character shy of being able to do all horses. So it's all horses and a duck. I guess I can... Let's see here. F5 to quick save really quick. So I'm about to rest. And resting can get me crashes, which is super fun. So let's just hope that this works. I don't crash. Alright. Everything seems to be working.
How goes it?
That's good. I actually need to go to, let's see here. Any of these places might have what I'm looking for, but there's actually a clothing shop here that I need to check out.
May I help you? May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
The weight is 1 on those, which is not terrible, but simultaneously... My current armor costs 0 weight, and I would love to find another suit of 0 weight armor. And since I'm 100% resistant to magic at this point, I don't need the reflect spell on my shield. So I should probably buy a new shield so that I can enchant it with something else.
I hope
useful.
Perhaps you need new armor, a weapon. I have a large selection of both.
There's a place here called a Better Defense that I think has like armor. This is a fighting chance, but there's a place here called like a Better Defense or something similar. Like the weapon and fighting shops are over here. The Best Defense, that's what it is. This guy right here, so the fighting chance sells mostly weapons, the Best Defense sells mostly armor.
It's my pleasure. May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
Okay, so let's see here. What do you have? You've got a Mithril Shield, which is kind of not good. Oh, I kind of really wish that I had a decent shield right now. Like a... I don't know. Are there any other fighting shops in the area? Divine Elegance is the clothing shop. Smash and Slash, I'll try here. This place might sell just blunt weaponry mostly, but we'll figure it out.
A pleasure to... Perhaps you need new armor, a weapon.
Just a leather shield. This is bad.
Be seeing you.
Maybe a porter at a fighter's guild? I don't know. I'll figure that one out next, but for now, we want to figure out, do I have in my inventory here? Do I have any no or low weight armor? I've got a shit ton of Daedric armor that I could probably sell. Okay, shirt with suspenders is my 0 weight shirt. So I've got that. I've got, so I need, for now, the belted braries or the blacksmith's pants are the next lowest weight that I have for that. I need to find some shoes, hopefully shoes that weigh less than 2, because that's currently my best weight shoes. Okay, let's figure out what we can get at Divine Elegance, because I also want to see if I can't pick up a new cape.
A pleasure to have a look at my wares.
I know you sell capes
I'm
here
sure
as well.
there's something to suit you.
Organized by weight. And the lowest weight stuff that you have is all 1 weight. Do you have anything in the shoe category, though? No, you do not. Oh, you've done me a disservice, ma'am. I will take your thin purple cape and B. So I'm still looking for shoes that weigh less than 2. I think that might be something that is going to be very hard to come by outside of a prison.
You too.
Because my sandals don't weigh anything. But that's just like, that's sandals. The sandals are specifically not going to weigh anything. I may just be on a wild goose chase here. They might not make any other shoes that weigh less than 1. Is that the only just regular clothing shop in town? Copious Coin Purse is this one asshole who is probably secretly, like, doing bad business.
Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
Let's see here. Bam. Bam. Green felt linens. Russet felt outfit. Imperial breeches cost a shit ton. But they fortify speechcraft, personality, mercantile. Still not worth it. And then, yeah, the rest of them, all shoes are going to cost me too. So I guess I'll just buy a set of the oiled linen shoes just so that I have, or the stitched leather shoes will look nice.
Thank you.
So now we're just playing Fashion Souls at this point. I need to make Adam Sandler here look as cool as possible. So the armor that he's going to be wearing, blacksmith's pants, thin purple cape. I like it so far. Stitched leather shoes. Works with him. Works with it. And then shirt with suspenders. Okay, so this is not the best look in the world, but it will have to do. I need to see if I can't find some more of the like the arm bits or gloves of some sort. Let's see here. You can actually see my amulet now, though, which is interesting. That was something that was kind of like out of balance before. Was you couldn't see the fact that I was wearing the Necromancer's amulet because the game duped me a second one. But let's see here. Prisoner. Let's see here. Oblivion. Shackles. Wrist irons, that's what they're called. Wrist irons. acquisition. Only one pair exists in unmodified versions of Oblivion. It is equipped to the hero during the tutorial of the main storyline. Additional pairs surfaced in various official plugins. Mehrunes Razor added some, Vile Lair, and then the Shivering Isles adds a pair to the Dunroot Burrow near the Feldew Attics. Great, I didn't pick those up. Whoops. I might be able to go find them, because there's the secret exit out of the area. But let's see here. 2 pairs in the jail cell during the quest Unearthing Mehrunes Razor. Vile Lair adds a pair in the Deepscorn Hollow. Well, I can go and get Deepscorn Hollow now. Because that's this down here, right? That's one of the other player houses that was added to the game. I've arrived at Deepscorn Hollow. I should make my way inside the hidden lair. Oh, no route. And then I guess, is Deepscorn Hollow underneath the water? I suppose it is. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I meant to do this. So somewhere in Deepscorn Hollow, there is a pair of wrist irons that I would like to get my hands on. The cloister. Victim's loot chest. The Deepscorn Hollow is kind of a nasty place. What I'm getting. I guess I do have to head into the cloister to figure this out. I never got to do any of this DLC because this was stuff that was, So, the purpose of wrist irons and why I want them so badly is that they are an equipable arm item, like gloves or something similar, that has no weight. As an item, they have no weight. Which is important to me because you can still enchant them to give the shield property, which basically makes them armor with no weight. And no need to repair. It's one of the most, it's not the most broken thing, but it's definitely a broken thing in this game. Is the ability to just, Deepscorn Bastion. This leads to Deepscorn Hollow. And then is there no door in here, I guess? The Font of Renewal. Only a vampire carrying pure blood salts may use the pool. Okay? So this was definitely vampire stuff. Deepscorn Hollow is the actual, yeah, where I came from. This is the... Maybe one of the skeletons has it? It's definitely... Oh yes! Wrist irons! There they are. They have 0 value, but they also have 0 weight. And are equipable on the wrist. And so, there's a few items in the game. There are a few items in the game that that are 0 weight property items. There's the wrist irons. There's the starting sandals that you get, like just the strapped sandals are 0 weight items, and the dark shirt, as well as the suspenders shirt and the dark pants, are all 0 weight. And so you can actually equip them. You can equip them and they cost 0 weight to your character, but you can enchant them with a Grand Soul Gem for shield, and they become some of the best armor in the game. The only thing that is actually better than their armor is if you choose to become a master of a certain armor style, and get the best armor of that type, plus enchant it with shield. That's the only way to get a stronger or a higher armor rating than this base gear. Oh yeah, Oblivion is full of this bullshit, and it's great. Like, watch this. I'm just gonna come in here, take this Grand Soul Gem, and the only effect that I really want to add to it is just shield. And, okay, so I can only get, the max effect is 10% shield on self, so I don't really think I can get my gear any better than I had it. The Adamantine Cape is definitely the best. I might be able to get a better, because I think my Raiment of Shielding is 9%, so I can get like 1 or 2 extra. But in reality, I'll do it just for the look change. But technically speaking, I think my dark pants or steel-toed sandals definitely need to be replaced because they're low level. Yeah, the pants of shielding is 9, so if I can just go through and replace all of my old stuff that's like 8 and 9 with 10. So add item, wrist irons, add soul gem, grand soul gem, add effect, shield. And just name these, let's see here. Let's see here. I know what I want to I know what I want to name these. Timex. Because Timex watches are indestructible. That's a better version of that. Add item, thin purple cape, add charge, grand soul. The effect will be shield. Okay. And we're gonna name this Fancy Lad. Add item, shirt with suspenders, add soul gem, grand soul, effect, shield, add effect. I don't really know what I want to name this. I'm just gonna call it, you know what I'll call bulletproof vest. Okay, I think I'm out of grand soul gems right now, but, ooh, look how buff. Look at that. Look at the buffness. So there's a couple of things. So, steel-toed sandals are still better than what I have on right now. The Timex is good. Bulletproof vest is good. Fancy Lad cape is good. And the main goal on this is I would like to get rid of having to use the shield ring. And so I'm going to get a new heavy armor shield at some point and replace the shield ring, which is giving 18 shield, which is nice. But I want to replace it with something that can... Oh, actually, I don't even have to replace the shield ring. I can replace the shield itself with the effect that adds... with the effect that increases my magicka. So I don't have to get rid of the shield ring because I can get rid of the shield. Replace the shield with something that is equal to it. I could go and get another madness shield, make it a not perfect madness shield because that's what adds the magical effect. Or it's the matrix that makes the magical effect. Get another madness shield, equip it, and enchant it with the Sigil Stone to give me 50 magicka. Alright, I think I'm on the right track here. So I do just need a couple more grand souls. So let's see here. How can I go about doing that? I think, all things considered, I should be able to... I'm going to have to equip those for now, just because that's better for my overall armor rating right now. But, yeah, I'm up to 80 armor class right now. I think, and I could be wrong, but I think I should be able to do this. If I were to take this, summon a... summon a lich. Because the lich actually does not have any physical attacks, and I'm 100% resistant to magic now. I could just yeah, there we go. And so the lich's soul should be another grand soul, because in this game you can capture your summon's souls, so you could just soul farm. So I should have another grand soul now. Yep. I upgraded the other grand soul gem that I had into being another grand soul. So I need to just go around and see if I can't find any more grand soul gems.
It's my... Goodbye.
I need to find out who sells soul gems, because I need more grand soul gems. And I could sell all of these, like, shit soul gems that I have for better ones. Blacksmith's pants. Grand soul gem. Shield. Okay. And we're just gonna call these, linen greaves. I can't spell. Linen defenders. Alright, I need to get another Grand Soul Gem, but that shouldn't be too terribly hard for me to find in a fucking
Well met, guildmate.
magic
Hail,
town.
good citizen. How can I be of service?
Which is not the appropriate name for this place, but you know what I mean. Go on to Linen Defenders. Looking super cool now, boys. And of course, the diadem is still like the best headpiece for me because it adds in a decent amount of magicka, as well as a couple of other effects. I think. Yeah, it adds to my resist magic, which is important to me, but it also fortifies my magicka.
It's my pleasure. Good day.
While I'm here, I don't think it's been a week in game, but while I'm here, I can use this as an easy place to sleep. Not that I need to level up, but simultaneously, do I have on me anything that has restore magic properties? I mean, I've got void salts. I guess I'll use those. And then we sleep in the bed for 24 hours. What I need to do is I need to go and find Azure Star. That would be the easiest thing to do in this scenario, because if I'm trying to enchant a bunch of stuff, I need to just get Azure Star, and then I can constantly get Grand Souls from my Lich. And then enchanting is done. Linen Defenders just gave me a good idea. Imagine an awakened sheep fighter who is called the Wool Guard. Just a badass sheep knight. That would be fun. Okay, there we go. So void salts have been multiplied. And now I've got my idea. I want to go find Azure Star. So where is the shrine to Azura? Azure Star Oblivion. A powerful Daedric artifact, similar to a soul gem, but unique in the fact that it is reusable. It can be used to enchant or... Okay, get out of here. Or recharge powerful items. Azure Star is awarded for the quest received at the Shrine of Azura. Go to the Shrine of Azura. Azura's Shrine is... fucking ads. I need to offer it glow dust at dawn. Or dusk.
Hello, guildmate.
In the Jural Mountains. And it looks like it's just over a lake. So, I need to get my hands on some glow dust. Because I'm fairly confident that I don't have any of that. So let's go to the Imperial City Market District and see if I can get my hands on some glow dust. Because I don't believe I'm going to be getting my hands on any more enemies that... Why did the music stop?
You have my ear, citizen.
Okay. This game is so anxiety-inducing in the fact that it'll just cut out the music and you go, well, my own. Like, the cutout for the music in this game is perfect to whenever they have like an enemy attack you. And so I'll just be sitting there going, well, am I under attack, or is the music just changing and it hasn't changed yet? I gotta figure this out, because I don't need to just, like, go in full-on attack mode when there's nothing to be scared of. Alright. So we'll stop by the main ingredient first thing in the morning. You always have to wait just a half a second, or else trying to open a door will cause the game to crash.
If you have any... I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
But do you have glow dust? Yes, you do. One-stop shop. I'll make sure everybody knows to come here.
Farewell.
So now I need to head... This lake is where I'm going, so I'm just gonna go to the Lake Avarice Caverns, whatever it is. And we're gonna fucking fly. Because I can do that. We basically just want to fly almost exactly north of this location, and we'll eventually come across a, we'll come across the shrine. Oh, there's an Oblivion Gate up here as well. I suppose I could handle the Oblivion Gate. I really don't want to. See, there's a reason that whenever I play Oblivion, there's a reason I don't, like, do the main quest until, like, a decent amount of way into the game. Is the Oblivion Gates, while they do provide the Sigil Stones, which are, like, really cool, badass items, are just a drag. They're really annoying to have to go through. Let me double check my... here. Yeah, I need to head a little bit northeast from my current position. Yep, there's a shrine. You can see it in the as a marker now. There she is.
I'm trying to concentrate. This place is sacred. You have entered a holy. This is the shrine of Azure. If you wish to speak to the lady, visit her shrine at dawn or dusk. Leave her an offering of glow dust, and perhaps she will deign to speak.
Alright.
We serve.
Alright, so now I can... Bam. Oh, I can't wait while enemies are nearby. Which means it's time to bring out Shock and Awe. Shock is the name of my dagger because it adds 100% weakness to shock for 4 seconds. And Awe is my spell because Shock and Awe. And wait for it. Oh, you're a bit stronger than some Pedro that I know. Bam. So basically, I can deal 600 damage at a time that way, without it costing me a shit ton of magicka. Because I slash them once with shock, hit them with awe, and then they die because they're weak. They're 100% weak to the damage type, which means that they're double weak to the damage overall. So dusk should be around when. Okay. 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. I'm actually just right around the corner.
I have seen your name, traveler, and heard it whispered in twilight. I ask a service which holds promise of fame and reward. Many years ago, 5 followers slew the vampire Dratic and its kin, but all were infected by the foul creature. Knowing their fate, they sealed themselves up in the vampire's lair. Their suffering weighs heavily on me. Travel to the gutted mine. The door will open to you. Bring the piece of death to my followers, and you shall earn my gratitude.
Alright. Oh, I've already been to the... I went there earlier. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, fighting vampires and getting the Azure Star. It's just a good item. No cap. It's a good item. Dead. Oh, this combo is so broken. Elven shield is not going to be what I want. I want a heavy shield. I've been slowly getting my heavy armor up. I'm a journeyman of it now, and I would like to maybe become a master at some point.
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. You're pathetic.
Oh, these people might just die to my regular attacks. I may not have to do shock and awe. I did for her, but this girl died almost immediately. She was wearing Daedric gear. Let's go ahead and throw some of that into my chest. Let's see here. Things that I don't need to be carrying on me anymore because I've been upgrading. Would be pants of shielding are no longer useful. Raiment of shielding is no longer useful. Wonder Woman is no longer useful. I'm getting very close to having fully upgraded my armor. I'm just one, I'm one good, Branch Soul Gem away from, doing it. Doing it right. Everybody.
Well, look who we've got here! Die, cur! Am I supposed to be impressed? Die, damn you!
Whoops. Yeah, I'm 100%. I'm 120% resistant to magic, so. Oh boy, you had a lot of cool arrows. Holy shit. Look at all these enchanted arrows. And then a bunch of non-enchanted arrows. Well, we know what to do here. Yeet. Yeet. Lock. Delete. Encumbered, but that's not an issue because I can just pop right back into this menu. And, putting away all these arrows is going to be a long thing. I don't want to put up with that. I'm just going to put away that. And that puts me underweight. Beautiful. Oh, and your Daedric armor. There. You're going to need that in your ebony greaves. Oh, that didn't over encumber me. That's nice. I was fairly certain that those greaves were going to over encumber me. I just need to get out of here now. Oh, these are their coffins now. Or at least the coffins of some other vampire individuals. How did I not set off whatever that was supposed to be? I'm too fast to stay on the pressure plate long enough to trigger it. How do I get out of here? Oh, there's a way out. That'd actually be faster for me to just, blast off again.
Thank you, mortal. Their spirits are free, and henceforth above my shrine, 5 bright candles shall burn forever in memory of their sacrifice. For your service, take this token, that your deeds might be entered in the Book of Fate.
Hooray, Azure Star. The Dark Star is such a better item, though. But you can't get the Dark Star in this game. The only thing you can get in this game is, oh, and the Shard of Moonshadow. I forgot they give you, like, I don't know what mod added this in, but basically, like, on top of whatever the regular item is, they also give you, I think it might be my, extra weapons mod. They almost always give you a weapon as well. Like, Meridia gave me the Staff of Meridia, which is good at getting rid of undead. Azura gave me that on top of the other thing. So let's see here really quick. Now that we've done that, let's yank out our Umbra. Bruh. It's our Umbra. Bruh. Cast this spell. Smack him once. Cast this spell. It's rather annoying that you're absorbing most of my attacks. Okay, I couldn't actually kill him in time. He actually disappeared faster than I could kill him. So let's try that again. Summon a Lich. And smack him. Make sure my magical effect has taken place. Should die. There we go, capture the soul. So after that I should have Azure Star as a Grand Soul Gem, which has a soul power of 3,000, which I can use to fully upgrade, fully restore either of those weapons. But I could also use it in this scenario to head back to the Imperial City. I could have also gone to Frostcrag Spire, now that I think about it. Either one would have been perfectly fine for this scenario.
I'm at your...
Altar of Enchanting, and we finally get those stitched leather boots up with Azure Star for that sweet, sweet shielding effect. Add effect. Name enchanted item as,
Service Archmage.
There we go. The transformation is complete. This is your god now. Let's head to... So I'm not 100% done, though, because of what I need to do now is I need to head back to the Shivering Isles. I need to go back to the Shivering Isles. Pull out my Madness Ore and get another perfect Madness Shield created. this time making sure that the effect on the shield is actually not the reflect spell from the Matrix, but is indeed my regular armor ability. I could try to just go light shield. It would be slightly less defense, but it would be it would weigh less. And if I'm trying to like manage my weight, I might as well go light shield instead, and I'll grab an amber shield. So instead of Crucible, we just need to go to Mania, to Bliss. And the person on the Bliss side will be able to use my amber to make an amber shield. The God of Madness and the Suspenders of Madness. Yeah, the Suspenders is a really good look. I was never the biggest fan of the dark shirt. It's the first and easiest zero weight item that you can find in the game. I just need to find.
Performance? Did you like it?
Let's see here. Was he here? Yeah, the missing pauldron. This guy makes the amber armor, which looks like that, which is really cool.
Welcome back.
Just go. I need to actually make sure that I have amber in my inventory. I don't know that I do. Amber is the color of my inventory. I've got some madness ore, but I've got, I think, all of my ambers in my chest. Let's see about fixing that. That's so much bullshit. Yep. Yank out that amber. And then on this side, Daedric Curse, Ebony. I need to, okay, I've got my Crocs equipped, which means I can put the Steelstone sandals away. And then I also need to throw my Madness ore in here. And I think that's really, like, I've got a couple of things, obviously, that weigh some here and there, but, like, are not the end of the world that I'm carrying.
Welcome back.
Forge armor.
Oh.
I'd like to forge a shield.
Strap.
Actually, let's just forge a full suit of the armor, I guess. Ah, never mind. There's no reason for me to, because even if I am good on... Okay, so what I wanted to do with this is I wanted to do the Fortify Magicka, add item, the Perfect Amber Shield, which gives me Fortified Magicka, and we're just going to call this the Amber Eye. So, bam. There's my shield now instead. So my armor class goes down by 3, or yeah, it goes down by 3. But the more I train with light armor, the higher it'll go as well, because I think my heavy armor right now is actually slightly higher than my light armor. My light armor is 66. I think my heavy armor is... Oh no, my heavy armor is only just 50, so my light armor is slightly better now. Or slightly better than my heavy armor. In which case I should be working on getting light armor stuff instead of heavy armor in the future.
Goodbye.
While I'm here,
welcome back.
Can you go ahead and
I can make
repair all of my stuff? Very well.
Bye, dear. It is good.
I could also maybe forge weapon. See here. Sword.
Mama.
See here. Yeah, 21. Not quite as good as Umbra, but I could enchant it with something else and then it would be fine. I might do something like that. Shock and Awe is still the setup that I prefer. Especially because this thing weighs 50. And Shock weighs 12. But I like the look of the Perfect Amber Sword. It looks nice.
Bye.
I'd love to just have a full suit of the Amber Armor just because I like the way that it looks, but I know that it's not as good for me to use. Let's go ahead and just shove this away into my chest forever then. I guess while I'm here, I could sell this. I could sell to this guy all of my junk. Let's see here. What is your max?
Always a good idea to protect
price?
yourself.
No. I will actually want to go back to the Imperial City.
Goodbye.
There's a guy in the Imperial City whose max sell price is 2,000, which is just so much better than this man. But hey, there we go. We've updated our armor, and we've got, we've updated our armor, and we've got a new, better,
How about mixing up some potions? You look like...
And now I've got my setup, and I've got an infinite Grand Soul Gem that I can refill whenever I need to by killing a Lich. So my 1-2 punch is now fully secured, and I can, so long as I keep Umbra charged, which shouldn't be too hard of a thing to do, I've always got infinite charge for my enchanted items.
Hi there.
You, sir, are who I need to talk to right now. I need to pull out all the stuff that I want to sell. So, like the Akagiri Katana, arrows of charging. I'm just going to pull out all of this bullshit that I don't need in here. Dongfang stays because he's unique. But, like, I'm never going to need these items again because I've got powerful enough spells to do all of that stuff. Mace of the Crusader's unique, so it'll stay, and that's my staff. The Master Staff of the Tempest is cool because it does paralyze, but nah. I'm never going to use any of these things now. Now that I've actually upgraded my armor to the very max. I might use some jewelry to make different effects, but I think I'm pretty much in my end-game armor at this point. So I'm going to get rid of just about all of this excess that I've been carrying around for so long. Look at all these rings and pieces of jewelry that I've collected from all this time. I still like the Golden Saint armor, and I'll hang on to the Signet ring. Knights of the Thor medallions are dumb. Goodbye, pants and raiment of shielding. You will be missed. And while I'm here, I can also get rid of all the stuff that is not as good as my other stuff. Alright, that pares my container inventory down to significantly less stuff. And yet it still seems ridiculously full.
I hope I can help. Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
Okay, let's see here. I'm selling at 70% value, which is pretty good. If you max it out, you're maxed out. Let's see here. He's got Mercantile Apprentice. I'm going to try and sell for 75% value. See what it'll do. Yeah, he'll take him. Elite Elven Longsword. Oh wait, no, I'm buying. What am I doing? This is gonna take a while. Because there's no, like, quick yes button in this game like there is in Fallout.
That's it. You've made it. You drive.
My Mercantile is going up. I think that's actually one of my, I think Mercantile and Speechcraft are my two, like, hardest to train, primary skills, aside from maybe Athletics, which just requires me to run for a very long time.
A fine. You drive a good That's a good deal.
Look how much money I have.
A good... That's... You drive a hard bar.
I might just go around and buy all of the cities, buy all the houses in the cities. I'm gonna hang on to my perfect
That's
Ember
a
Sword
fair
just because it's cool, and I might enchant it with something cool later.
That's...
Slug just sent me a picture. The Risk of Rain 2 run he just ended. He had 1.6 million HP. Oh, that's busted.
A good...
Are you at work right now, Shelly?
That... A fine... You've made... You got a...
Ah. Yesterday, work was just terrible for me.
That's...
Oh, what am I doing? I could be training. I could be training my armor with this stuff.
That's a good deal.
Oh, well, it's too late now. I'll just go ahead and sell it all.
That's...
But they decided to change how our regional fulfillment works. Which, when it does actually work the way they want it to, will be much nicer than what we are currently doing. The problem that we're facing now is that it doesn't work, but they got rid of the old way.
You've made a good bit of...
And I wish that I had known that that was what was going on beforehand.
That's more...
Because if I had known that we were just not going to be able to do anything, I would have given up on it earlier, and I would have been able to get something done yesterday. But I spent most of yesterday trying to get a broken system to work.
That's more...
Because just, it doesn't work. And the thing is, with how it's set up now, we used to be able to, you know, pull 10 orders at a time. And it just, you know, we'd pull the 10 orders, we'd pick the 10 orders, we'd process the 10 orders, and we would ship them out. But now, like, we might get 200 orders at the beginning of the day, and we used to be able to process them one at a time. Now we have to process all 200 orders at once, including, like, picking all 200 orders at once, before we can actually process any of the orders, before we can actually ship any of them out, if it'll even let us ship them out at all. In a lot of scenarios, it just hasn't been letting us ship them out. Which has been a very fun time.
You got a great...
No, not that one. Those are mine. Alright, there we go. Fully pared down my inventory. Oh, and then these guys.
And you got a great deal. A fine transaction.
All right.
Tell your... Farewell.
I have almost 300,000 gold. All right. Well, we've done enough, like, playing around at this point. Let's go ahead and see about getting the blood of the divines and all that. Oh, and the game crashed. Okay. Should have auto-saved right before we hit go for the travel, so we should be fine, but we'll see. If you have a day off, I'd be down to play some games later, since I'm pretty sure we don't have D&D tonight. We do not have D&D tonight. And maybe, we'll see. I think my parents might be coming into town, and they want to congratulate me for my promotion. So I'll figure out what the situation is, and we will we will reconvene on that.
How are you?
Okay.
Yeah, it saved right before my fast travel. How are my stats right now? What are my major skills and where are they at? Blade's almost maxed out. Alchemy is maxed out. Alteration is almost maxed out. Conjuration is max. Destruction is max. Speechcraft is going to take a little bit of work. So, my two furthest off skills in my major skills are Speechcraft, which is, I think, right around 60 at this point, and Athletics, which is at 68. Those are my two lowest. Alteration is getting close. In fact, I could probably cast, that counts as an alteration spell right now.
I need a moment of your time. It's urgent.
Are we not blades? Joined by battle and brotherhood?
I figured out another item needed for the ritual, to open the portal to Cameron's paradise. The second item is the counterpart to the first, the blood of a divine. This was a terrible puzzle to me. Unlike the Daedra Lords, the gods have no artifacts, and do not physically manifest themselves in our world.
But Talos.
How then to obtain the blood of a god? But Joffrey solved it. The blood of Tiber Septim himself, who became one of the divines. This is a secret remembered only by the Blades, passed down from one Grand Master to the next. Joffrey should tell it to you himself.
All right.
Be sure to speak to Joffrey about the armor.
What do you need, friend?
Armor Tiber Septim. Let's see here, where are you?
Sup?
Yes?
Oh, she said sir.
So,
For some reason, my
Martin
brain
wants
said that
you
she
to
just
recover
went
the
sup.
armor of Tiber Septim. I wish there was another way. The armor is in the shrine of Tiber Septim, in the catacombs beneath the ruins of Sankator, a holy place once. But Sankator became evil long ago. No one has returned from the shrine of Tiber Septim for many lifetimes. I do not know. The catacombs of Sankator were sealed by the first Grand Master of the Blades. The four mightiest blades of Tiber Septim's day, Elaine, Valdemar, Relus, and Kaznar, went to Sankator and never returned. Here, this is the key to Sankator's outer door. I fear I am sending you to your death.
You're not sending me to my death.
Farewell.
I am stronger than pretty much any other mortal alive right now. Alright. Now where is it on the map? Would it... I was say, is it possible for me to just walk there? I've actually been to Sankator. Okay. Well, I don't want to walk, or I don't want to... Okay, there we go. That's what I was really hoping for is... I'm just going to turn her back around. That alteration level up got me a...
Yes?
It got me an actual level up, so now I can sleep. Well, he's a... So there's the blood of the divines, and then there's the blood of the Daedra. The blood of the Daedra you get by giving a... The blood of the Daedra you get by giving a...
Good evening, sir.
A thing. A Daedric artifact, which I gave up my Spellbreaker shield, because I wasn't using it anymore. Yeah, but yeah, Shegorath is a Daedra, not a Divine. Can I sleep on one of these bedrolls? That'd be nice. Turd ass. Get the strength up, get the agility up, and get the personality up. Right. And now I need to go... Let's see here. What skill do I want to train is the question. Like, what skill would be the best thing for me to get to train? I'd probably say at this point, like, light armor, right? Because we've already got this up. I really don't need mysticism anymore because the entire reason I was going for that was to get spell absorption, but now that I'm 100% resistant to magic, I don't need spell absorption. So it would probably be light armor. So who are the light armor trainers that I can go to? Well, let's see here. I could also train illusion magic, which would let me paralyze people and stuff. Do I even... actually, no. The thing that I need to train is armor. Armor is like the big training thing that I'm just very far behind on. And I think the person at a fighting chance trains armor. Let me head there really quick. Oh, look how bright it is out. I'm surprised I haven't gotten Dagoned yet. Dagoning is a term that my brother and I...
There's much I can show you.
Dagoning is a term that my brother and I came up with, which basically means when somebody...
Knowledge is... Let's see if we can...
in this game...
Let's see if we can...
The
Goodbye.
Mythic Dawn cult will stop you in the middle of, like, resting, and they'll just show up and, like, attack you. No matter where you are, they just randomly show up and attack you. And so my brother and I, after it happened to us multiple times, affectionately started calling it being Dagoned. Because it was Mehrunes Dagon's cult. So you were getting Dagoned. And I'll take off from here. Probably didn't need to take that potion, but... it feels safer, too. This is such a weird thing, because I'm just, like, floating through space. But, like, simultaneously, like, this is the... aside from straight up fast traveling there, this is the fastest way to get there. I'm going to discover this place really quick. There we go. Take back up to the sky. Gonna discover these forts along the way. Game, let me land. Key of hidden wealth. What? What did I just find? The sword leads the way, half a mile. It's just past the big rock on the right. What does he mean by the sword guides the way? Oh well. I'm sure I've just accidentally come across like a secret hidden quest or something. But that does not concern me right now. Whee! I take to the sky. And continue on my journey. This is a very pretty area. Let's try to get past the coverage, the canopy. I don't know why my character's skin is invisible. Or translucent. Just kind of happened. this it? I think this is Sankrator. Oh, was this the area that had like a shit ton of skeleton knights in it? Yeah, I'm immune to all magic, dude. Quite literally, you cannot hurt me. It really makes enemies like this, like, trivial. When you are completely and totally immune to magic. Because unless they hit me with a, weakness to magic, which is, by the way, one of the strongest weakness effects in the game. Same as just straight up magic damage. Because you can actually make a spell that is just straight up magic damage. It's not an effect at all. It's just magic damage. There's no element to it. So that's one down. Cool, I contracted a disease because you decided to summon a fucking zombie. I could cure disease potion because I can, but annoying. I don't like getting diseased in this game. How am I looking on restore magic potions? I could use a couple more. Actually, if that's the case, then let's go ahead and rather than sticking around here for a minute, let's head to just outside of Skingrad and collect some flax. I can collect like 1.5 million flax outside of Skingrad. And flax, by itself, so flax is a really, really good thing to pick up in this game in general. Because by itself, it is a, by itself, it can be used as a restore magicka material. And when combined with other elements, it can be used for feather. Which, before I had my magical chest, feather was very important to me because I basically always stayed over encumbered. I don't know if they meant to make flax as good as they did, but they filled the countryside with it and made it one of the most abundant, like, flowers you can just find out in the wild in this game, and simultaneously gave it one of the best effects. So, like, I don't know if that was their initial intent, but it sure as hell worked out that way. Strawberries are also good. don't think strawberries are as good, though, because I think strawberries need to be combined with something to make Restore Magicka effects. I know that they can also, I think, make shock damage effects as well, but once again, need to be combined. Otherwise, they just make a Restore Fatigue potion. Like most other food items in the game. Most food items either produce Restore Health or Restore Fatigue by themselves. Their other effects are generally good, but kind of hard to get your hands on sometimes. Alright, let's go. Very clearly couldn't tell that I was just out here doing my thing, so you're gonna die now. There are 2 Oblivion Gates like back to back out here. Ridiculous. Okay. I think I might have enough flax now. I just wanted to gather up enough so that I could replenish my Magicka potion supply. And I think I've got enough for that now. Except for these guys, which are right here, because they're right here in the immediate area, and I'll just go ahead and pick them, and that's going to be it for me. Now we can pull out our alchemy supplies, make a bunch of Restore Magicka potions, and call it a day. Black seeds on their own. Alright, there we go. So now I should have 93 Restore Magicka potions. And just like that, all is right with the world. Back to Sankrator. I'll fast travel this time. I don't want to search the lich, I just want to take the staff, unless the staff is in your inventory. Okay, it was. Where? Where am I being assaulted from? There. There you are. Right, we good now? No longer being assaulted by a random enemy on the outside of this place. Oh, my diadem is still broken. I think that thing breaks very quickly, so I'm like not too concerned about it breaking. I haven't really been relying on it for its armor effects. Oh! Dead. The dagger sparks. Oh! Also, just as wraiths are also just as easy to take down as they've always been. If not easier now, because they can't silence me. Since I have 100% resistance to magic, I can't be silenced. You silenced yourself, asshole. Yeah, some of these enemies were supposed to be some of the strongest enemies in the entire game. And I'm now taking them down in like 2 seconds. Where am I going? I need eat, lock, delete. Boop. What is my full spell list? I haven't used my my absorb health in a while. I'm gonna replace it with eat, lock, delete. Because I use 6 and 7. 8 is my restoration. 2 is my okay. Yeah, that's my completed item list now. Just for convenience factor, that is my completed item list now. I can now just sort of like blast my way through whatever I want. Speaking of blast my way through whatever I want, though, let's do a quick just some maintenance here. Let's smack ya. Go. First thing I'd like to do is get my sword up to full. Umbra needs to be up to full, and then we just summon another one. All right. And then Azure Star, fix up shock, and we are good to go. That gets my 2 item weapons back up to full charge. Oh, I love how gloriously broken that is. Now that I have Azure Star, there's not even a limit on the number of souls that I can grab, because I can just summon another Lich whenever I want. Undead Blade. Ancient Blade's Helmet. No value. Oh, hey.
At long last, you have freed me. Now, I can finally complete my lord's last request. My 3 companions and I were sent here by the Emperor Tiber's Septum to discover what evil had defiled the holy catacombs of Sankator. We did not know that the Underking, who was here an artist, had risen to take his first revenge upon his former lord. The Underking defeated and ensnared us in his evil enchantment and bound us here to guard forever the defiled shrine of Tiber Septum.
Who are you?
I was Realus, loyal blade of Emperor Tiber Septum. I do not know how long I have been dead. It feels like an eternity. No, he departed long ago, but his evil will remains, preventing any from paying homage at the shrine of Tiber Septum. Over the uncounted years of our slavery here, We have brooded over our defeat. I go now to complete my duty to my lord.
Alright. Sorry, you speak very slowly and I'm on a timetable. It's amazing how useful that is. Even Gloom Wraiths go down in like 2 good hits. And they're like Grand Soul material. North Wind. I'm still just so fast. Ah! Ah! Yeah, I'm not too worried about their ability to hurt me anymore. Like, I can basically just get my way through most enemies in this dungeon, because the only undead I have to worry about are also the ones that don't have any resistance to my magic and die very quickly. The high tier ones usually don't deal any damage that isn't like just purely magical damage, and I'm 100% resistant to it. I have uniquely tuned myself to these fights. It's Gloom Wraiths all the way down. I don't even know that I have any spell reflection on me. I don't know how they're getting silenced. I don't have any way of reflecting spells back at people anymore. This is enjoyable in a way that is like, after spending the majority of this game being very, very underpowered and only just being able to slightly survive, I'm now at a point in the game where I literally just can't die. Like, the strongest attacks in the game, the strongest detriments to my person as a character have been completely and totally nullified by the fact that I'm a that I'm 100% immune to magic. That's a cool looking sword, sir. Can I see it? A pearl longsword. It's not a good sword. It just looks cool. It's crazy to think back to the beginning of this game when I was just starting to play Oblivion again. It's crazy to think back to those times because none of these areas are actually that... none of these areas were supposed to be difficult, or I think they were supposed to be difficult, but I've just made them, like, completely and totally worthless. But it's also because I've nearly maxed out a character's major stats. So that's just inevitably going to happen. When you've got a character at max level with max gear and somebody who actually knows how to build a character in Oblivion, it's an inevitable result that you're going to end up with a character so broken and so powerful that they could kill God. And that's more or less where I'm currently at. All right. 3 down, 1 to go. I remember back when I had to rely on having, like, poisons and stuff, and, like, fighting undead was this, like, nightmarish scenario where I was just never going to survive. But now it's like, okay, well, guess I'm fighting bloom wraiths. Cool. Give me a second and I'll be fine. Ah, that was weird. Ran out of restore magic potions that the hotkey recognized. This is just, it's stupid. That's a nice looking short sword as well. Once again, cool, completely and totally useless to me. Reminds me of when I first mastered Restoration as well, and I was like, cool, now I can cast these really, really strong absorbing spells, and then they'll never be able to kill me. It's like, now it's like, okay, whatever. I've got a base healing spell that does a good job. I should honestly make a healing spell that's just decent healing for a really, really, really long period of time, just so I can cast it once at the beginning of a dungeon. It lasts me for, like, the majority of the dungeon. Because I'm never getting hurt enough for it to really matter, so just casting it once and then letting it happen over time would be more than enough. I just need, like, natural health regeneration, which that would provide. Okay. Your sword was not special. They raised all the cursed blades. want to speak to me? Is that what it is? No. I'm just supposed to follow you back into the main area, I think. And I was going to go the wrong way, too. Can you clear that up? No, you just phased through the wall. Cool. So I do have to go the long way around. I've been listening to the soundtrack to Jekyll and Hyde recently because there's a relatively popular TikTok song, like TikTok meme that's going around that uses a song from Jekyll and Hyde. It's from the second to last song in the album called Confrontation, where Jekyll finally, like, directly references Hyde, and, like, it's the very final confrontation they have that eventually leads to spoilers for people who don't know anything about Jekyll and Hyde. Jekyll committing suicide. And there's a line in that song called, and it says, I live inside you forever. And the main character's like screaming, no, don't, this is terrible, this is awful. And so it's like, and so people make the joke of like, you know, pictures of me as a scene kid on MySpace, resurfacing in like 2001, from 2001, resurfacing today. And they're like, no, no. But it's a really good song, and so I decided to like look it up. I'm not going to sing it now because I do not have the vocal range for it, but it's really good. You should look up, if you look up one song from that entire album, you need to look up Confrontation. It's great. Hooray. I now have the armor of Tiber Septim. But the entire album is great, and you basically can follow the storyline of the entire program. You can follow the storyline with nothing but the album, and the entire album is on YouTube for free. I'm sure you can find it on Spotify and other places as well. But the guy that plays Jekyll, and subsequently because of, you know, the whole plot of the movie Hyde, does a really, really, really good job. Very, very strong vocalist. I'm not as big of a fan of the accompanying cast, specifically the female accompanying cast. They've got range, but listening to them in the car, the biggest thing that I got from it was whenever a song starring either I think her name was Lisa or Linda. Once again, you don't really get the full story, but Jekyll's wife, anytime that she has a song, I had to turn the sound down because she can belt some chords, but it is high enough pitch that it caused my ears to hurt. But the actual actor, or the voice, the singer that plays Jekyll in the recorded version, I don't know that he's ever actually played the role in a play. From what I understand, he just did the recordings. Does the absolute best version of that song, which, to his credit, is because he's probably not up on a stage singing. He's probably by himself in a recording booth or something.
My progress on the Mysterium Xarxes is slow, I'm afraid. How goes... The Septim blood may flow through my veins, but you have the soul of a hero. The armor of Tiber Septim himself. Joffrey will be amazed to see it. You can reassure Joffrey that I will not destroy the armor. All I need is a scraping of Talos's divine blood. The blades are as touchy as priests about relics of Tiber Septim, it seems. While you were gone, I've made some progress in deciphering the Mysterium Xerxes ritual. The third item we need is a great Welkin stone. You may have run across lesser Welkin stones. They're fairly common in Ayleid ruins, but a great Welkin stone will not be easy to come by. They have been plundered one by one over the years due to their great value to mages and occultists. There is only one place that is rumored to still contain one. The ruins of the Ayleid city of Miskarkand. A place where many have perished seeking its great stone. But nothing else will do, so you must succeed where all others have failed. The capital of one of the ancient Ayleid kingdoms which flourished in Cyrodiil before the rise of men. It is said that the ruins are still haunted by the vengeful spirit of its last king. True or not, it is not a place to enter lightly. Be careful.
Once again, if I'm dealing with undead, it's like the one really good thing that I can deal with is the fact that the undead like late game enemies consistently rely on magic to be very strong and like actually hurt you. So it's really not hard for me to basically bust ass on these people and just like, bam, you're good. Well, I'm not going to go ahead and deal with whatever that is. I'm just going to head straight into the fight. The inside. It's finally become a walking anti-magic field that doesn't bother you. Oh, really? Alright, well, I'm just going to let that happen. I'm just going to walk away from that. No need to get involved. Oh, you're a strong zombie. Lucky for me, literally nothing can withstand 1,200 damage in this game. And basically, that's what you become. Just a permanent anti-magic on you. That doesn't affect your own magic. Yep. I've become the great equalizer. Except I'm not equalized. I'm just fucking killing everybody. Couple of regular Welkin stones. I should probably sell my Welkin stones because I'm never going to use them now. Now that I have access to like 93 restore magicka potions and can make a perfect magicka potion whenever I want. Probably never going to use Welkin stones again. I'm probably not going to use pretty much anything ever again because I've peaked. I've done it. I hit the end game a while ago. Run around and find out what opens what. Okay, there we go. That opened up the door to here. Cool. And, like, what am I really gonna find in a treasure chest at this point? Some gold? You know, a sword? At what point does none of that matter anymore? Saw any deranged messages at midnight last night, but I've discovered the spell Glibness. Oh yeah, Glibness is great. It's so the biggest thing about Glibness is specifically Glibness is a really good spell when you consider that, like, your spellcasting ability modifier as a bard is charisma. So anything that requires you to make a check using your spellcasting ability modifier is instantly a 15 plus whatever your thing is. Yep. Yep, a maxed out charisma character, charisma caster, will always have perfect counterspell. Doesn't matter what they are, they could just keep using 3rd level spell slots because that's the base level for counterspell. They could just use all of their 3rd level spell slots and it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what the spell is, doesn't matter anything else. They can just cast it and they're guaranteed to win so long as they're under glibness, which lasts for an hour. Yep, the minimum Duana's roll for on a performance check is 33! Oh, that's broken as all hell. I love it. You know, it's funny. I kept saying that I had a whole lot of content for you guys to do, and I do. The thing is, I was fairly certain that you guys were going to leave where you were and go after, I thought you guys were going to, like, because you guys kept going, oh yeah, no, we're gonna have to come back here, we're gonna have to come back here, we're gonna have to come back here, we gotta get the thing, we gotta do the thing and save the world, and then we can come back here. I was like, okay, well, I guess they just don't want to do the rest of this zone right now, so I'll just start work on the next zone that I've kind of, like, prepared, which was why I had Chow ask for your help, was I was like, okay, and this will set up the next plot hook, which allows them to, like, move on. And then after I set up that plot hook and I got everything ready, you guys went, no, we really should go back there and save those people. Like, that's an important thing that we got to do at some point. And I was like, okay, back to it. We gotta go save those people. It's like, you didn't seem that, like, none of y'all seemed that interested in saving these people before you guys got the god device. Now that you've got it, and you were constantly saying, we'll come back for them, you're coming back for them now. It's just way earlier than I thought you would. It's not the end of the world. It's just the joy and pain of being a dungeon master and never quite understanding what your characters are planning on doing. Can't leave any loose ends. Like, I'm not mad at y'all guys for doing that. I think that at the end of the day, it's the correct choice. It's just, it caught me off guard after y'all repeatedly said that you guys didn't want to go and do, or that you guys weren't going to go to the big airship or deal with any of that stuff. I actually, like, archived all the maps. Yeah, Duana was about saving them from the beginning. It's just, like, everybody else was kind of, like, on the train of, like, no, these people don't, like, these people aren't, they aren't in any immediate danger, so they can stay while we go save the world from Spire, and then we can come back here afterward. I don't even know why I'm collecting those anymore. They actually do nothing for me. Like, I can sell them for 50 each, but at that point, like... Do I have a mod list? Not like an official one, but like I could just go and read my mods out to you. Most of them are just graphical things, like I use the tweaked E&B. Midas Magic... I've got immersive weapons. I've got the biggest changes that are probably made were Midas Magic, immersive weapons, better soul gems, the mini map. Yeah, there's the mini map, which requires OBSE and menu queue. I'll probably at some point I probably should just like make and publish a full mod list. Because none of them are, like, massive game changers. It's not like I added in a mod that, like, you know, gives me infinite health or something. It's just, this game is incredibly exploitable, and I only changed, like, a couple of things that, like, by end game, probably, like, the biggest thing for me was the soul gems, and then I can teleport. Or not teleport, I can fly. Because I have open cities on as well. Yeah, I would say that my My levitation is also like a pretty broken mod, if you want to say it that way, but it does require you to have incredibly high alteration, and it costs a lot of magicka. So, it does have trade-offs, it's just, by end game, you're basically invincible. The minimap reboot. That's also why Duana just goes along with everything, because she thinks it doesn't matter what she wants. If Viola doesn't want it, we don't do it. Well, Viola wanted to save the people, but Callum was all about like moving on and trying to like find everything. So if you just put your foot down and say, "Hey, we're gonna do this," you can still make the choice to do it by yourself, and then most people in the party would more or less at that point be forced to agree with you, in the same way that you're forced to agree with things that the party are doing. Most of the party does not want to split up, so if you threaten splitting up the party, I'm sure they would go along with you. It's just, I don't know. Discussion is important, but yeah. I don't know how to fix what's going on there. Did I open this door? No, I did not open this door. I don't know how to open this door. Because that opened up the Varla Stone cage. But yeah, if you go on to like Nexus, if you like the minimap and you want to go on, Galamir doesn't like being involved in decision making, so usually just folds to whoever's louder. I still love this setup. Shock and awe. Simon's Viola. Pretty sure they'd be willing to leave her because they think they'd be calling her bluff until the exact moment it's too late. Well, it's also worth noting that you are, like, you're a level 18 bard, you're a level 18 bard, cleric hybrid. Like, you're not in too terribly much danger in the situation that you're in. You would be able to more or less handle whatever might get thrown at you at this point. So if you wanted to just go off on your own, the worst thing that could happen would just be getting like ganged up on, and at that point you just, you know, you've got plenty of ways to escape a fight as well as get into one. Or avoid them altogether, because you can disguise yourself and you can talk your way out of any situation, and without anybody there to screw up your ability to talk, you could pretty much talk your way out of any scenario. Because unless you come across somebody like, and especially if you took glibness, you could literally never roll below like a 30 on a lot of things. What was that sound? I don't like rock joint. That's an annoying thing to have happen to me. And even people like Callum wouldn't be able to know if you were lying or not. Because it makes it impossible to tell if you're lying. Glibness does. It's like the one thing that you can do that would actually screw up Callum's ability to detect lies or not. Even if he rolled like a perfect insight and was able to get like a massive insight, he just straight up wouldn't be able to tell, because glibness literally overrides that. Glibness overrides like pretty much any, like, glibness is the ultimate I'm just gonna lie through my fucking teeth because I'm that fucking charming spell. You just cast it and it goes. It's such a good spell. It's entirely situational to parties that are like trying to be social, but like if Duana wanted to go off on her own, I would highly suggest that she grab glibness, because she'd be able, like, she could use disguise self and glibness together. Both last an hour, and she could basically sneak into whatever area she wanted to just by pretending to be somebody that she isn't. You could also just take invisibility as well, and you'd be able to sneak past most situations. You'd have advantage on stealth. But, But yeah, it's, you know. Cool, fuck the party. The only major situation would be if you were trying to, like, kill somebody. If you were trying to kill somebody, unless they were, like, relatively low level, or you had an escape plan, you would still have a hard time getting out. That being said, if you killed somebody and then lied that they were, like, you know, your brother's mother's killer or something like that, or if it wasn't a lie and they really did kill your parents, like if it was the guy that killed your parents, then it's entirely possible that you just spend the time, stop having a shield effect on you. Yeah. The king. But yeah, it's entirely possible that if you wanted to kill somebody, you could challenge them to a duel and give some like boneheaded reason. But if you were convincing enough, then you could attempt a roll on persuasion, and if you did a good persuasion roll, I would let it say that like, hey, yeah, no, I mean, they believe you. Just so long as it's something that is even remotely believable, glibness will basically make it so that you'll always succeed so long as what you're saying is something that makes sense. You can't just convince somebody that the sky is falling, but if you were able to, like, minor illusion some rocks hitting the ground, and then told somebody the sky was falling, that there were meteors dropping from the sky, they would believe you. You just have to make it convincing, and if we have glibness on, and you're doing things like minor illusions, it doesn't take long before somebody is so enthralled into all of the things that you're doing that they are just gone. I never got into that room back there. Like, if you had the Friends spell, even, you could have, or Dominate, or not, well, Dominate Person would also work. You could have just Dominate Personed and charmed somebody into, like, you could have even probably charmed that boy into following you guys and being willing to take a teleport, because at that point he becomes so charmed by you that he's just going to teleport no matter what. Because somebody who's charmed can be willing, whereas somebody who's, yeah, that's why you would do something like Charm Person or Dominate Person instead. Friends would have worked in the scenario. Friends would have worked in the scenario of getting the guy out of there. It worked out best for you guys in the end because it turns out that he probably didn't want to look like himself anymore anyway. So being able to be reincarnated as somebody who has simultaneously already gotten past puberty and was no longer looked like an escaped slave was probably a benefit. Was probably a really big benefit. Like, imagine if you guys, like, that was how you handled the Underground Railroad situation. That is, instead of, like, gating out a whole bunch of people, you just systematically killed off and, like, regroup people.
With all due respect, sire, there must be another way. The risk is too great.
I know the risk. I was at Kavach. But there is no other way. We have no choice.
The Countess will never agree to it.
She will. She must.
Very well. The blades are, as always, at your disposal.
Ah, here you are. You're back. And you've got the Great Stone. You did. I can count on you. I never thought to see a great Welkin stone. As beautiful as all the old tales tell. But of course its beauty is a mask for its deadly power, like everything crafted by the Aelids. Now, we need only one more item, and we'll be ready to open a portal to Manka Cameron's realm. I should have seen it sooner. It's the counterpart to the Great Welkin Stone. just as the first two were the opposed powers of the Daedra and the Divines. Welkin stones contain the concentrated power of Mundus. Their counterparts are Sigil Stones, which are used to hold open Oblivion Gates.
I've got about 1 million of those.
A great Sigil Stone
Don't have one of those.
Is what we require. You're not going to like it. Joffrey doesn't like it. The Countess of Bruma certainly isn't going to like it. Great Sigil Stones are the anchors of great gates. The kind of gate the mythic Dawn opened at Kvatch. The kind of gate the mythic Dawn wants to open here to destroy Bruma. I said you weren't going to like it. The risk is great, I know. I was at Kvatch. I saw the terrible power of the Daedric siege engine. But we have no choice. The only way to recover the Amulet of Kings is to allow the mythic Dawn to proceed. No. I'll lead the defense of Bruma myself. If I am to be Emperor, it's time I started acting like one.
Do you have any training with the sword whatsoever?
Remember when we first met in Kvatch? I told you that I didn't want any part of the gods' plan. I still don't know if there is a divine plan, but I've come to realize that it doesn't matter. What matters is that we act, that we do what's right when confronted with evil. That's what you did at Kvatch. It wasn't the gods that saved us, it was you. Were you acting for the gods? I don't know. But now, it's my turn to act. Please, my friend, I need your judgment, not your obedience. I explain myself to you so you understand me, and so you can explain to the Countess. I'm afraid she may take a bit more convincing than you.
Has she seen my hit movie Grown Ups 3?
Good. Have her meet me in the Chapel of Talos for a council of war. That seems a fitting place to make such desperate plans.
Let's find out if the Countess of Bruma has seen my hit new movie, Grown Ups 3. Okay, well, I've crashed in the middle of the sky. It's just stuck. Alright. Sometimes it happens. It usually happens once per stream, so like I'm not too surprised by that happening. I just got to figure out where my last save point was. It might have been right before I fast traveled, but if that's the case, I can just like click, 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 get through all the dialogue. It's not like I made any choices during all of the dialogue. Oh, cool. It saved right as I exited the temple. Well, that's a hell of a lot more convenient. Just fly on in here, no big deal. Countess, have you seen my movie, Grown Ups 3?
Well met, my lord.
Greetings. What news from Cloud Ruler Temple? A desperate plan indeed. This prince? Emperor? Martin would risk my whole city to gain a great sigil stone? Is this the only way to stop this invasion from Oblivion? I must confess, you are the first person to speak of victory against these Daedra. This war has seemed hopeless to me, but what else was there to do but hold on and wait for a hero to arise to save us? And now it seems there is an heir to the throne after all, hidden at Cloud Ruler Temple. And perhaps a hero as well? You avoid answering my question. Very well. Don't think I doubt you. The rulers of Bruma have long had dealings with Cloud Ruler Temple. We know whom they serve. I will meet Martin at the chapel. When all is ready, I will order my men to stop closing the gates and prepare for battle.
How goes it?
Oh, it's you.
Did you hear?
Am I supposed to be going anywhere in particular? I think she's just heading out, right?
Good to see you.
Hey, bird. What was that walking path?
Hi there.
Yeah. The depth of field that this E&B provides just makes this game look so much better. I had a whole bunch of mods initially. I had a whole bunch of mods that were just designed around keeping the game looking nice. But after I installed the E&B, I just turned all of them off, and it actually made the game a lot more stable.
Your Highness, I am Narina Carvain, Countess of Bruma, at your service.
There is no need for any formality at this time. I am not Emperor yet, and I am quite new to this notion of being heir to the throne. Thank you for coming. I know I am asking for a great deal of trust, but this is the only way. I would not suggest it otherwise.
Your champion has already explained the situation to me. I have agreed to it. We will not win this war through caution.
You have a rare gift to know when desperation is the path of wisdom. I will do everything in my power to defend your city, my lady.
If Bruma falls, the Empire falls with us. So be it.
Alright, now what?
I will call out my militia if necessary, but must we truly stand alone? Thank you. I know that delay is dangerous, but it is all for naught if we lose.
Alright. So, now I can go... Let's see here. Allies for Bruma. Can't fast travel from inside. Let's see here. Let's go to Coral. Let's speed run their Oblivion Gates and then talk to them. Alright.
How can I help?
Time to speed run some Oblivion Gates.
No! No! No!
No! You know what? No, I'm just not dealing with you. I don't have to. I can just fucking teleport. Yep. Sometimes the game doesn't like giving Oblivion the right sky, and so it just gives it this, like, nice light-colored sky. Now, lucky for me, normally you're supposed to go up and down and up and down and up and down this tower. But I can just do this. This is probably why they took out, levitation as a spell. Fighting literally does me no good, because none of the skills that I use to fight are, need any more maxing out. Now that the gate's gone, I can finally fight you. And now you're dead. And we fly up here.
Good afternoon. Someone was able to lift the curse
Hi
from
there.
that poor man at the chapel.
That was me. I lifted the curse. So I'm great. Now I'm going to demand an audience so that I may show him Grown Ups 3, my newest movie. Or her. Hello.
Hello. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I am Countess Valga of Coral. Your reputation precedes you, Hera of Kvatch. You have done my... I will now gladly send soldiers to aid in...
Hooray.
Goodbye.
On to the next city.
Well met.
Go out here. And then we'll speed run the Anvil Gate. Where is the Anvil Gate, actually? There it is. That sun is so bright. I'm flying right into it. Oh, that is an ominous place to put an Oblivion Gate.
This! Join my trophy.
Let's see here. Was it chill out? Yeah, it's chill out. Wait, no, chill out is single target. Crowd control is the one I was thinking of. You just paralyzed your friend. Okay, now that I've done that, let's there we go. That clears the room. Now I can actually head back up. Yeah, speedrunning these Oblivion Gates is I mean, it's happening. I'm definitely sure this is not how this was ever intended to go. These were all supposed to be very unique things that were, like, tough to handle, but... I was never the biggest fan of the Oblivion Gates myself, so... And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, gotta get you too. Another one bites the dust. According to your... scout. Let's just head back to Anvil. Yeah, open cities is nice because I can just sort of fly into the city like no real issue. The only major issue is that Anvil is a little glitchy. I quick saved in a little bit. Let's wait until they're available. Because nobody's going to see me at midnight. Maybe the Count of Skingrad.
You sure gave those damn Daedra what for. It makes us all feel better to have someone like... I've heard that you've closed the Oblivion Gate outside Anvil. With Anvil safe for the moment, I will send some of my best soldiers. Goodbye.
I knew I was going to have to do this eventually. I'm just glad that I now have the ability to do it relatively, in relative ease. And I actually closed the Skingrad castle. I closed the Skingrad gate, I think, yesterday. Or not yesterday, last stream.
I'm listening.
What have you been up to? That Oblivion Gate. I believe that the Count may want to... Wait here. I will tell the...
Well met.
Just taking forever to get all these quests done. And of course, waiting for the Count can be frustrating in its own right.
Your bravery is the talk. Mehrunes Dagon has no more love for my kind than for my mortal subjects. You have helped me by closing the Oblivion...
Farewell.
Farewell.
Up next will be Breville. This Oblivion Gate I've also closed, I believe. I did close like half the Oblivion Gates already because I was trying to test out my ability to attack, and so I spent a decent amount of time trying to perfect my spells.
Hello, Regulus Terentius, Count Breville. I'm really rather busy, and I thank you for closing the Oblivion Gate that was threatening Breville. I will send my guard captain, Viera Laris, to Bruma's aid. You too.
That's Breville. Leowin's Gate is closed as well, I believe. So let's see here. I don't know where Leowin Castle is, but I'll just go right here really quick and see what I can find. My eek. Faster than you when I fly. Suck it, biznitch. I closed an Oblivion Gate, but it looks like there's another one out here that they probably want me to get rid of, so I'll just go ahead and do this really quick. Oh, and the game crashed. I don't think it liked me going through the gate while flying. this was just out. Yeah, this was Breville, so I needed to get back to Leowin. Wrong spell.
Hello.
Couple of horses just hanging out.
Welkin.
Hi there. Witsy Dootsy runs a clean establishment. She really hates it when people mess up her place.
Where is it? Oh, hold on.
The 5 claws is a... The Count always... Bye.
Hello.
Marius Caro, perhaps you would like to do a service. Well, with the Oblivion Gate near Leowin closed, I will do as you ask. Good day.
I'm gathering up so many, like, miscellaneous quests that I could be doing for all of these people.
Greetings.
So the Leowin one is closed, and then we can head off to Shaden Hall, and that'll be the last city. And then I need to go to the actual Emperor's Way and see if there's somebody inside the castle who will help me. Inside the actual Imperial City, that is. Oh. The Count and/or Countess must have died. That's no fun for anybody involved.
Yes? Yes? You look skilled in alteration.
I'm sorry. Although I wish to spend time speaking with you, I will not forget your service to... I do not blame you, since the immediate threat to Cheydinhall.
Alright, that's right. His son went in, and I basically just, like, bitch slapped his son out of the way, and i.e. his son just kept showing up, and he got himself killed. So that's everybody except for the Imperial City. Oh, and the game crashed. At least the game does have the decency to crash shortly after an autosave. Either that or the people at Bethesda knew that the game crashed by doing certain things, and then just decided to make the game autosave before you did certain things. Elder Council Chambers.
This is down, especially if Council is in session. Please show your respect for...
From the Blades, did you say? Joffrey sent you? What's this about? Quickly now. This is terrible news. Under normal circumstances, I would dispatch a legion or two to Bruma immediately. But the circumstances... I've been pleading for troops for Cyrodiil for weeks. But the generals assure me that the entire Imperial army is already fully committed. Besides, I'd have a full-scale political crisis on my hands if I tried to pull any troops out of the provinces. I'm sorry, but the cities of Cyrodiil will have to fend for themselves for the time.
All right.
Please excuse me.
I was gonna say, I thought that the only people that actually did anything were the cities, not the actual, empire itself. I thought it was all just the cities, which I've now visited and talked to every city, so we should be able to head back to Bruma Castle and let her know that there's an entire battalion, basically a battalion from each city on their way to help her. He was unable to promise any soldiers since they are all tied down in the provinces fighting Daedric invasion. He suggested I ask the counts and countesses of Cyrodiil to help, which I've done. So the final step now is just to talk to the Lady of Bruma and let her know that I have allies coming.
You are a diplomat as well as a warrior, it seems. I would prefer more men, of course, but if we must offer battle, so be it. Bruma's fate is in the hands of the gods now, and yours.
I do like that the savior of Cyrodiil does look like this. It's just a man in some farmhand's clothes with some wrist irons and a silly looking hat and a cape. Like he's some kid's dad pretending to play the hero in a make-believe story. Who's this random dude? You find one open Oblivion Gate. Once all three are open, the Mythic Dawn gate will open, the Great Gate, which I must enter to achieve the Great Sigil Stone. Anvil, Shaden Hall, Coral, Skingrad. They're all getting here. And the actual Bruma Guard, or Leowin, and then there's a Bruma Militiaman on the end here. I like that we're all just sort of like lined up here waiting, because we're like, okay, super cool and everything, I guess. Are we waiting on Martin and them? Is that what we're waiting on? How many charges does my sword have left? 97 uses. I suppose I could get it fixed back up while we're waiting. Oofer Gang coming in. Oofer Gang coming in with the hydrates. Do I have water? I have water on my desk over here. Give me a second. My hair is getting too long. Alright, so 3 hydrates. 1, 2, 3. What a nerd playing Oblivion. Oh, I've done some fun in Oblivion. I've made a nearly invincible 1-2 hit combo. So, my newest weapon, Shock, here. Shock deals 100% weakness to lightning or weakness to shock damage for 4 seconds on strike. And then I've got a magical touch spell called Awe, which only uses 169 magicka for 100 points of shock damage for 3 seconds on touch. Meaning, I'm dealing 600 damage for about half the cost. For half the cost of the actual 600 damage spell. I should do something about these guys. I should probably put some of this stuff away. Go ahead and put some of this excess away. It's not hacks, it's the game. It's how the game is designed. So basically all I do, it's a touch spell. So I already have to be up in the front anyway, but it's a touch spell and I just hit somebody with the sword first and then I smack him with a touch spell and we're good to go.
The Empire will stand or fall by what we do here today. Will we let the Daedra do to Bruma what they did to Kavach? Will we let them burn our homes? Will we let them kill our families? No, we make our stand here, today, for the whole of Cyrodiil. We must hold fast until the hero of Kavach can destroy their great gate. We must kill whatever comes out of that gate. Soldiers of Cyrodiil, do you stand?
She's got a dagger. Fucking hell. when they surround a guy, they surround a guy. Damn. I was not expecting that.
Stand ready.
Second Oblivion Gate is opened.
Parry and strike.
The problem with the Storm Atronachs being enemies that I have to fight is that I am not as equipped to deal with Storm enemies. I've still got a skill that can kill them in one shot, but it's not as easy to use. It's just one after the other, just... The third Oblivion Gate has opened. He said the line, haha. Oh, you're not a guy to hit. Man, this fight is crazy. The Great Gate has opened. I'm off. Oh no! No. I need that. He disarmed me and got rid of shock. I need that. Hey, Zerati. What's up? I've been to the Great Gate. Time to fight. Kill you off. Kill you off. Yeah, there's a very strong possibility that we are finishing the game tonight. This is taking too long. Whee! I've also created the ultimate 1-2 hit combo. So, my sword, levitate OP. My sword is called Shock. It gives weakness to shock 100% for 4 seconds. And I've got a touch spell now called Awe, which does 100 points of damage for 3 seconds. What that ends up doing is 600 points total for half the cost of my original death spell. So I can cast it multiple times now without worrying about losing the ability to cast it. Or having to constantly chug potions. Fall. We're in September. Yes, we are. Doesn't feel like it, but we are. Might be active. It's probably activated at the top of this bunker. "12 minutes to close the gate." Man, hitting you is the hardest thing to do, my sir. I mean, like, your spells don't do anything to me. That's not what I'm annoyed with. It's just, why is it always so hard to kill you guys? Like, I feel like I can hit somebody. There we go. Yeah, it may not have been weakened, but 300 damage of shock is still 300 damage of shock, and eventually that will build up. "11 minutes left to close the gate." Sit down, son. Yeah, he's not necessarily weak to my electricity, but I did plug him into a car battery. That is exactly how that scenario was. 10 minutes left to close the gate. It's gonna take me 10 minutes to figure out how to get through all of this. I've always been really bad at navigating Oblivion towers. Because you're constantly going in and out and in and out and in and out of these little, like, side caverns. You fucking run from me. I'm immune to magic, motherfucker. You can't just magic me away. I'm immune to the shit. Uh-oh. We're on the top layer. Well, give me a second to stand back up here. Goodbye, Sigil Keeper. You were worthless. It was an average door? Dude had a key on him and it was an average door? Animal Crossing New Horizons with me. I mean, if you want to play some Animal Crossing on stream again, we can. We can do an update to the island on stream. You saved up so many points to do that. You don't have to play on stream. You just want to play Animal Crossing with me. Alright, we can play Animal Crossing. You still have 10k left. Just the kind of wet slapping sounds of everybody's claps.
Victory here today. We now have the means to recover the Amulet of Kings from Manca Cameron. But we need to act quickly. Cameron will not take long to recognize his danger. Remember, the portal closes behind you. Anything you need, carry it with you.
I mean, I've got a magical chest that I can open up anywhere that I want.
Farewell. Farewell, my friend.
And everybody just kind of like walks off and does their own thing. Let's see here. What are some of the newer Sigil Stones that I've got? What do they do? I got Frost Damage, Damage Health, which is kind of cool. Fortify Health. Disintegrate Weapon or Fortify Blade. Absorb Fatigue, Fortify Fatigue. Burden and Feather. Absorb Agility, Fortify Agility. Demoralize, Fortify. It's not a terrible set of stuff. This dude had the most unnerving face. Are you talking about the greatest hero of all time, or are you talking about fucking Martin Septim? I always forget that I can get to places so much faster than Martin. Martin with the face mod. Yeah, with Blockhead and better faces. Ooh, it's stormy. Get inside. Alright. I believe I've got everything that I want on me. I can't think of anything else that I would want to take with me. I can put that Ring of Steelskin away. By the way, I keep saying that. I literally have everything that I want in my inventory. I can pull up whatever I want whenever I want. I'm not missing anything. The only real thing would be to try to restore my helmet to its proper form. But even that really isn't that big of a deal.
I have everything in place. I do know the portal I create through the Mysterium Xerxes ritual will close behind you. I believe that Manca Cameron acts as the anchor for paradise. Just kill Manca Cameron. Shall I open the... Farewell, my friend. Our fate is in your hands. Bring back the Amulet of Kings. Brace yourself.
My little dagger. Mancar Cameron's paradise is cool. It's still snowy because it's in the middle of winter in the real world, and so the game mechanic just wants to give it snow. Look at the deer. Hello, deer.
So, the cat's paw of the Septims arrives at last. You didn't think you could take me unawares here, of all places, in the paradise that I created. Look now upon my paradise. Gaia Alata in the old tongue, a vision of the past and the future.
Mana blooms. They give you liquor or ichor or whatever you want to call it, which can be converted directly into mana potions. That's their only use, but they can be converted directly into mana potions, so you want to collect all of them. And then there's also ambrosia here as well, which can make restore health potions. I can't remember how many of those we find in here. Dead.
Behold the savage garden, where my disciples are tempered for a higher destiny, to rule over Tamriel Reborn. If you are truly the hero of destiny, as I hope, the garden will not hold you for long. Lift your eyes to Kairek Agayala, my seat at the pinnacle of paradise. I shall await you there.
I probably don't even have to hit those guys with the first hit. I think that they might just go down to a single awe. I think the Daedroth do need it, but like I don't think the Frost Atronachs do. Frost Atronachs are very low health.
How can you be here? The master said you were dead.
Do you want to fight me? You want to fight about it, dude? You'll lose, but you can try to fight me if you want, I guess. I'm avoiding using my flight in this area just because always ludicrously hard to get mushrooms in this game. Just show them Grown Ups 3. Yeah, I mean that is my solution to all people not liking me. It's either that or death. Those are your two options. You can either watch Grown Ups 3 and love me, or you can die.
You destroyed the Sigil Tower at Ganona. My kin say you fought well.
I stabbed them and then I killed them.
You speak directly, like one of my people almost. I'm glad I did not kill you immediately. There is but one way out of the garden. I guard that path. You will travel that path, and it will bring me honor to defeat you.
Yeah, the Dremora are actually like really cool looking in this one.
To bring you into my service, that would also bring me honor. So I offer you a choice. Would you confront me in battle, or offer me service? Your mind follows the simple path, the choice of an animal, But you have courage at least. You will fail, mortal. And then where will you be? Dead and nothing.
So much fucking bluster. So much pomp. So much talk, so much bluster.
How little you understand. You cannot stop Lord Dagon. The principalities have sparkled as gems in the black reaches of Oblivion since the first morning. Many are their names and the names of their masters. The cold harbor of Meridia, Periite's quagmire, the 10 moon shadows of Mephala, and...
Big talk for a man within shocking distance.
And Dawn's beauty, the princedom of Lorkon, misnamed Tamriel by deluded mortals. Yes, you understand now. Tamriel is just one more Daedric realm of Oblivion, long since lost to its prince when he was betrayed by those that served him. Lord Dagon cannot invade Tamriel, his birthright. He comes to liberate the occupied lands.
I needed to go that way. If I have a weakness to fire but 100% resistance to magicka, do I still take damage from fire? Also, hello, ominous watermelon. It's been so long since you've been
Ask
in stream.
yourself, how is it that mighty gods die, yet the Daedra stand incorruptible? How is it that the Daedra forthrightly proclaim themselves to man, while the gods cower behind statues and the faithless words of traitor priests?
Boop.
It is simple. They are not gods at all. The truth has been in front of you since you first were born. The Daedra are the true gods of this universe.
I gotta put on the band.
Julianos, Dibella, and Stonda are all Lorcan's betrayers, posing as divinities in the principality that has lost its guiding light. What are scholarship, love, and mercy when compared to fate, night, and destruction? The gods you worship are trifling shadows of first causes. They have...
You wear the bands, but you're no prisoner. Who are you? What are you doing here? Can you really do it? Can you bring this eternal nightmare to an end? Can you defeat Mankar Cameron and free all the souls of the poor fools who followed him? Listen, I can help you. You need my help if you are ever to leave the Forbidden Grotto. I was at the sack of Kvatch. They had no chance. We took them by surprise, and we carried the walls in the first assault. But they fought on anyway, desperately. They seemed to think this decadent, mundane world of theirs was worth defending. I was slain after the battle was over. 3 townsfolk hiding in the cellar attacked me when I entered their house, hunting down survivors. They tore me to pieces, although I have no doubt they were immediately killed by my companions. I've had plenty of time to ponder my deed since I came here. Ponder and regret. An eternity of regret. For my weakness, the Master sent me here to torture my former comrades who showed similar ingratitude for his gift of eternal life. No one wearing the bands of the Chosen can leave this grotto. The doors will not open, and there is no other way out. I can remove them, but I will need time. The Dremora Overseer will be here any minute to check up on me. You need to play along until he leaves.
I could kill him.
Just act like a prisoner, and do as I say. Once Orthe leaves, we can find a quiet spot to remove these bands. Good. Follow me.
Why do you think your world has always been contested ground, the arena of powers and immortals? It is Tamriel, the realm of change, brother to madness, sister to deceit. Your false gods could not entirely rewrite.
Let's get into the next grotto.
It's like, we got to be careful. The Dremora Overseer will hurt you. Stab, blast. Just dead instantly.
But if a god can die, how does his heart...
The pain redeems me.
He is Daedra!
What?
Tamriel I Daedra!
The pain
This heart
redeems me.
is the heart of the world, for one was made to satisfy the other.
Whoops, he's dead. Well,
Daedra cannot...
for the Dremora Overseer.
So your so-called gods cannot erase him from your minds completely.
Go.
You made it. I didn't think you'd have any trouble.
What?
Let's get these...
Oh, that's right, because he's immortal.
There. You're not a prisoner. Let me come with you. Let me... Perhaps you still do not trust me. Very well. I will not interfere.
Let me go ahead and re-equip my Timex.
Well done, champion. Your progress is swift and sure. Perhaps you will reach me after all. You think I mock you? Not at all. In your coming, I hear the... You are the last defender of decadent Tamriel. I am the midwife of the mythic dawn, Tamriel Reborn. I welcome you, if you truly are the agent of fate. I tire of the self-styled heroes who set themselves in my path only to prove unworthy in the event.
I mean, I've been able to kill most. The only thing that I ever have trouble with right now is killing. The only thing that I can't kill in a quick 1-2 combo right now is Storm Atronachs, and that's because they have immunity to lightning. And that's how you do it. You don't load up your weapon with an elemental type damage. You just load it up with you don't load it up with an elemental damage. You load it up with the weakness to an element, and then you cast spells that are that same element, and you just like triple your damage. Well, double, but double 300 is 600, and that's what my setup is. I deal 600 damage every time that I cast a spell after snapping somebody. And the crazy part about that is that's all vanilla. Like, yeah, the sword that I'm using looks a little bit different, but you can do this exact same setup without any mods. The only difference would be the amount of times that you could attack. You'd be able to use your sword 100 times instead of the 200 that I can use it for.
You did not expect to see me again, did you? You have no grasp of the power that my father has at his command. You think you can stop us? Soon Mehrunes Dagon will walk upon Tamriel for the first time since the Mythic Age, and our victory will be complete. Come, my father...
I do so very much just want to kill you.
Ha! Only that's...
There we go. I just killed your children in front of you. How does that make you feel, sir?
I have waited a long time for you, champion of old Tamriel. You were the last gasp of a dying age. You breathed the stale air of false hope. How little you understand. You cannot stop Lord Dagon. The walls between our worlds are crumbling. The mythic dawn grows nearer with every rift in the firmament. Soon, very soon, the lines now blurred will be erased. Tamriel and Oblivion rejoined, the mythic age reborn. Lord Dagon shall walk Tamriel again. The world shall be remade. The new age shall rise from the ashes of the old. My vision shall be realized. Weakness will be purged from the world, and mortal and immortal alike purified in the refiner's fire. My long duel with the Septims is over, and I have the mastery. The Emperor is dead. The Amulet of Kings is mine. And the last defender of the last ragged Septim stands before me, in the heart of my power. Let us see who at last has proved the stronger. A worthy foe at last! Fate chose you well.
Done. Just go ahead and yoink that in your robes. Leave you naked on the floor. Oh, hey, look, Ruma Cameron got reborn again. I'll just re-grab her Staff of the Tempest. I do like that the mini-map is updating in real time. That's kind of cool. Killed Mankar Cameron. Upon his death, the paradise he had created dissolved.
You found a way back. Does this mean... You did it. You defeated him. Then you have it. You have the Amulet of Kings. Belongs to me. The Amulet of Kings. So you and Joffrey have said. If it is true, if the Emperor really was my father, then I should be able to wear it. Only those of the Septim blood can wear the Amulet of Kings. Yes, of course. What am I waiting for? After all, this is my destiny. And no man can deny his destiny. I didn't really need the amulet to tell me that. I've known it was true since you first told me back in Kavach. But it is one thing to talk of becoming Emperor, and quite another to actually be the Emperor. Not yet. Until we light the Dragonfires, the gates are open and Mehrunes Dagon's invasion continues. While you were gone, I sent a messenger to Chancellor Akato. He waits for us in the Imperial City. Chancellor Akato is the head of the Elder Council. The Council rules in the Emperor's absence. I don't expect any objections from the Elder Council, but we should defer to their authority. Let's go to the Imperial City at once, before the enemy can recover from Manka Cameron's death.
Hooray.
Sup?
Sup? This is the last little bit of the game, at least for the main quest line. I do still plan on, like, rushing through, the Assassin's Guild and stuff if I can.
Welcome to the Imperial Palace.
Where is Martin? I was told.
Is Martin not with me?
Welcome to the...
Oh, here he comes. I forgot your companions don't travel with you in this game. They still take their own time to travel.
Welcome to the Imperial Palace.
Where is
Ah, fine, whatever. Martin's taking for fucking ever to walk anywhere.
I've been expecting you. The full council has already considered the matter of Martin's claim to the Imperial throne in detail. Martin Septim, on behalf of the Elder Council, I accept your claim to the Imperial throne. We should arrange...
Chancellor O'Connell, the city is under attack. Oblivion Gates have opened and Daedra are inside the walls. The guard is overwhelmed.
Courage, soldier. We have an emperor again. Your Highness, what are your orders? Shall the guard fall back to the palace?
No. If we let ourselves get besieged in the palace, we're doomed. We must get to the Temple of the One immediately.
As you command, sire. Guards, form up and protect the Emperor. To the Temple of the One.
The Imperial City is under attack. Oblivion Gates have opened up all over the city and Daedra are pouring out. I must escort Martin safely to the Temple of the One, where he can light the dragonfires. Close the Oblivion Gates and save the city!
Getting tired?
Time to go. Oh, come on.
Someone's been murdered! How could you do that?
It's not very fun when you guys get surrounded, is it? Where are we going? This way. Do I have to wait for Martin, or is Martin going to teleport with me? Really? He just ate 3 of those. Okay. I'm actually taking damage. Let's see here. Take a couple of those and restore health and restore. And I've got a restore magic going already. With this many enemies around, it might actually be more useful for me to go ahead and use crowd control instead. That cleared out a good chunk of them. Now I can switch back to using all. Oop. Oh, these guys are just gonna infinitely pour out. I gotta keep moving. I forgot, the enemies pour out of the gate forever. It's Mehrunes Dagon! What am I supposed to be doing? I think Martin was supposed to come with me. I just don't know where Martin is. I think he's back in the temple. But he's back inside here.
We're too late. Lighting the dragon fires will no longer...
I don't see how. Mortal weapons may hurt him, but now that he is... Wait, yes. The amulet was given to mortals by Akatosh. But how to use this power against Dagon? I have an idea, one last hope. I must reach the dragon fires in the Temple of the One. You'll just have to trust me. I know. Then I'll lead on. I'm with...
Ooh, you are not considered a, you're not considered a vital character. That is gonna make this very dangerous. Please follow me. Please follow me. Please follow me. Please follow me. Don't get distracted. Please follow me. Martin, 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 Martin. Please, 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 Martin. Can I get you in now? Yes! Awesome. Cool.
I do what I must do. I cannot stay to rebuild Tamriel. Farewell. You've been a good friend in the short time that I've known you.
This is such a cool sequence. Then he solidifies to stone.
The amulet is shattered. Dagon is defeated. With the dragon's blood and the amulet of kings, we have sealed the gates of Oblivion forever. The last of the Septims passes now into history. I go gladly, for I know my sacrifice is not in vain. I take my place with my father and my father's fathers. The Third Age has ended, and a new age dawns. When the next Elder Scroll is written, you shall be its scribe. The shape of the future, the fate of the Empire, These things now belong to you.
What happened? Where's Martin? I must congratulate him. Mehrunes Dagon is defeated. Cast back into oblivion. We've won!
Martin sacrificed himself.
What do you mean, gone? We saw the temple dome explode. The avatar of Akatosh appear. That was Martin? The joined blood of kings and gods. The amulet of kings. The divine power of Akatosh. Then Martin is gone. Yes, sealed forever. Mehrunes Dagon and his ilk can never threaten Tamriel again. Martin is dead, but he died an emperor and a hero to rival Tiber Septim. This victory is not without cost. We've lost Martin Septim. What an emperor he might have made. His sacrifice was necessary, but it leaves the Empire without an emperor. I don't know what happens now. There are troubled times ahead for the Empire. But now is not the time to worry about the future. Let's just give thanks that we're alive!
Hell yeah.
In my capacity as Lord High Chancellor of the Elder Council, I hereby proclaim you Champion of Cyrodiil. And, as a small token of gratitude for your service to the Empire, I have ordered a suit of Imperial Dragon armor made for you. Imperial Dragon armor is normally worn only by the Emperor himself, but you deserve no less, champion. The dragon will stand forever as a memorial to what you and Martin did for all of Tamriel.
Well, that is officially the end of the Oblivion main storyline. We could go and do a couple of extra quests here and there. None of them are going to be difficult, but I think we might retire Oblivion for the time being then, considering we've kind of done what there is to do. Aside from, you know, a quest here or there. We might come back to it eventually, but that is officially the end of Oblivion. This game is still just as magical as I remember it being. This game is just as great as I remember it being. Quite possibly greater this is my first time being able to play this game with mods. So I'm just like, it's a bit overwhelming to be done with it. Like, I don't normally complete the storylines in these games because I go, okay, well, it's the, you know, the second you finish the main storyline, even if there's other storylines to play, like, I still have the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild if I wanted to, but that's not really what this character is about. So I don't know that I'm actually going to play those. But,
Pardon me. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I was sent to ask for your help.
What?
Where are my manners? I'm Ralsa Norvalo. My husband, Gillen... Normally, I wouldn't approach a total stranger like this, but... Thank you. Gillen always tends to exaggerate. He said to tell you that the matter he needs help with is of the utmost importance. You're to meet him at Seradur's house, which is located in the Temple District. That's all. Thank you.
Order of the Virtuous Blood? Maybe we're not done with Oblivion quite just yet. I do have to use the restroom, so I'm gonna do that really quick, but, let's at least see what this Order of the Virtuous Blood thing is all about. I am in the Imperial Temple, or the Temple District is back this way. I'm going to use the restroom, and we're going to find out what's going on here. All right. Oh, ferret cam. We can do ferret cam really quick. This is sleepy boy. Let me save the game really quick. Because this does, I'm gonna alt tab out so I can change the scene, and that has the effect of breaking the game sometimes. Hello, little one. Hi. I'm gonna try and move the microphone just a little bit further away so that we can see him. Hey. Look at the longness. He smells nice today, which is odd. Normally he's a little stinky, but he actually smells nice today. He smells like syrup, which is a weird thing to say, but... Squish him thighs. Alright, and now we switch over to the girl. No, she doesn't want a ferret. She doesn't want a ferret today. She's sniffing me. Camera? Hard to show off toe beans. She's getting really squirmy. Aren't you, little girl? Speak into the microphone, little girl. She's trying really hard to get away. I'm gonna go ahead and let her down. In classic ferret time, it's snack time. There we go. It's snack time. Alright. Let's see if the game crashed on me or not. It did not. So let's find out what this whole Order of the Blood or whatever it is.
It's an honor to finally meet you. When I heard you were in town, I just had to send for your help. Your reputation precedes you. Oh, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ceridir. Likewise, Sorry to send Gillen's wife to get you in that manner, but it seems safer if we weren't seen on the streets right now. If you'll come with me. Splendid. Watch your step.
Understand that if you're trying to cross me, I will kill you instantly.
I'm honored by your presence.
Welcome. You're now in the sanctuary of the Order of the Virtuous Blood. Few outside our circle have ever set foot in our hallowed hall. We are, for lack of a better word, defenders. We guard the city from an infestation that plagues it. We are vampire hunters. I'm sure you are familiar with these despicable beings, feeding on the innocent as if they were cattle. Alas, we are but 3 old men, not able to match the fighting prowess of a vampire. There's more to tell.
Alright, well, that's the whole thing. They're vampire hunters. I don't care about this quest line.
How goes...
The guy with the red eyes? I just abandoned that quest line. Just fucking leave. Yeah, I think I might be done with Oblivion for a little while. We might pop up with a different game to replace Oblivion for a little bit. Not sure what that's going to be. May end up being, like, I kind of trade out with a couple of different things. We'll see. Perhaps I'll finally play Golden Sun. I will try to see if I can't put, like a something out there. If somebody has any particular games they want to suggest, I have a suggestion box in the... on my Twitch. There is a suggestion box that you can leave for games for me to play, but in the meantime, without an extra game to play, I'll probably just be playing Fallout 4. Because I've got a decent amount of Fallout 4 left to play. I gotta finish Far Harbor and the main storyline of the main game. So that's going to be it for Oblivion. Thank you everybody who came out to today's stream. This was a really big one. We finally beat the game. A bit of a shame that I finished that I figured out this 1-2 combo this late in the game, but you know, it happens. Anyway, thank you everybody who came out to today's stream, and to all of Oblivion in general. I've been Paladin Null. This has been Oblivion. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and as always, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.